Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning at 8:42. It's the 16th, the beginning of a new week, and this is your video number 897, pre-opening comment for Monday's trading. Okay, so there's not a lot of news around, except, of course, the weekend news, which was the fall of Afghanistan to the Taliban, the earthquake in Haiti that's going to be followed, it looks like, by a tropical storm. So they just can't catch a break there. Japan's Q2 GDP, 1.3%, pretty disappointing. And Europe and Asia are both lower this morning. Oil is lower by a chunk, over $2 or just over $2 at 66.42, and that is really causing a lot of the problem here because COVID is the issue, and so airlines and travel are also weak this morning. But it also, I'm kind of surprised with the news in Afghanistan that the gold is only up $0.50, and the silver is actually down. By the way, just a personal note, we had a tax-free weekend here, and so on Saturday morning I bought a couple of more silver bars because taxes were 6.25%, so getting a 6.25% discount on buying them was fairly substantial. Okay, copper is lower. All the metals are lower. And overnight, the net gas got down to $381.70. I mentioned it in last night's weekly update on the metals that I thought we were going to hold 375, 380. We got to 381, as I said, 381.70, and now we're actually up on the day. This is the only segment, or the only sector of the energy complex that is actually up. Heating oil, gasoline. Now, gasoline is kind of interesting because Lundberg survey said that gasoline is up another 3 cents this week to an average price of $3.25 a gallon. That's pretty hefty. Empire State Manufacturing Index was a miss. It was expected at about 26. It came in at 18.3, so it was a big miss. And not only that, month to month, it was a decline from 43 to 18. So not great there. Scott Gottlieb was just on talking about children with COVID. They had 1,900 hospitalizations over the weekend, which is kind of a high number because he says besides that, they are underreported. The reason they're underreported is because when you have a kid with a runny nose, you don't necessarily take them for a COVID test. But to give you an idea, there are only about 23,000 pediatric beds in the country. And so 1,900 on a weekend is a big number. Tesla in trouble with U.S. safety. There's a probe on autopilot and the safety of autopilot. The stock is about 702, down 15 or 2.1%. T-Mobile had a data breach. They're not really sure of the numbers there, but the stock is down about 1%, 143.5, down $1.43. Ford has asked the government to rescind the GM trademark on the word cruise. I don't know that that means anything one way or the other. And Peloton in trouble with overcharging customers. Also, not sure whether that really matters at all. The stock is 110, down 1, so nothing overwhelming. Okay, so the gold is popping up a little, up $2, but you know, when you look at this chart and you see what it's done in the past couple of weeks, up a couple of dollars is nice, but so far we do have a higher low and a higher high, but there's an awful lot of supply here around 17.95. So we could have another $10 or $12 worth of rally here and still not come anywhere near breaking to the upside. The bonds were a little bit higher, up 14/32. That's just about half a point. And Bitcoin touching 48,000 again over the weekend. Ethereum 33.53. So we have some pretty decent moves there. I'm going to show you the Ethereum chart since that's the one I favor. And we'll take a look. Again, higher high, higher low. It just keeps on working higher. This area around 3,500 should be a lot of trouble. First of all, we left a little island reversal up here. So, all right, everyone. I'll be back later. The futures, stock futures, down about 125. When I got up this morning, they were down about 80. Oil now down 3% S&P down about 15.25, and the Nasdaq last I saw was down about 65. So down 125 on the Dow, 15 on the S&P, and now I see 49.5, $50 down on the Nasdaq. All right, everyone. Be careful out there. This is a tough market. Everybody's buy the dip. That'll work right up until the time that you do it, at which point you'll be wrong. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification. And, a like wouldn't be bad either.